The Johnson Street Bridge replacement project is on track, but a commuter train won't cross the bridge. Victoria City Council made the decision today because it says it couldn't find a funding partner. And that means the $12 million bill to bring rail from Vic West into downtown won't burden Victoria taxpayers. But one analyst calls the decision short-sighted.
When the Johnson Street Bridge is finally replaced, rail won't cross it. Victoria City Council decided today it's not fair to burden Victoria taxpayers with the $12 million bill for what it believes is a regional transportation link.
The entire council is supportive of the idea of rail across the bridge, but in the end, we had to determine that as prudent fiscal managers, we weren't willing to lay the cost of that only at the feet of Victoria taxpayers.
At the bridge today, support.
Well, I think it's probably a reasonable decision in the event that they aren't able to get the funding elsewhere. There's a lot of costs already on the taxpayers.
But Victoria economist Rob Wickson says the decision to drop rail is short-sighted.
I'm very disappointed that they're not considering the future enough. They're not considering their own plan, which is about sustainability, which says we need to consider alternate ways of getting people downtown.
Council tried to find funding partners for the rail portion of the bridge project. They went to the CRD. They tried to get gas tax money. They asked the province, but no one is willing to pitch in yet. And Council fears spending any more time looking for funding partners could derail the entire bridge project. Ottawa's deadline to secure a $21 million infrastructure grant is fast approaching. Lose that money and lose the new bridge.
We can't go ahead without their money to do so, and so we need to make very sure that we meet all of their requirements. And one of the ways we can make sure that happens is to get going on the job right now.
Once complete, rail will stop somewhere in Vic West.
You can say goodbye to the little terminal on that side. Council says a new train station will be built somewhere on the west side of the new bridge. Where exactly is yet to be determined.
I guess it's good and bad, but for elderly people, it's just a little bit further to go and that much more difficult to get around if you're going up island. So
the city now has to figure out how it will transport people who get off the train to the other side.
There's some talk about having a free shuttle, a free service that goes from whatever the western terminus is into the downtown core.
Despite today's decision, bringing rail into downtown isn't completely off the table. Designs do allow for rail to be added later if someone else helps to pay for it. In Victoria, Astrid Brownschmidt, A News.